Hey everybody! So, I have not done a live recipe from this house, and I was looking at my YouTube channel, just trying to sort things out and get rid of certain things, and I realized I have not done a live recipe. So first, bear with me, because I put everything out, and I was like, I should go live with this, but I thought, hey Stacy, I would share with you guys. I can't find my tripod right now, so you're a little bit lower. I'm gonna bring you with me, but I absolutely love this recipe. I'm obsessed with Mexican, so I wanted to share it with you. It is very easy to do. We're making our own enchilada sauce, which I was very intimidated about, and then I realized how easy it is. And guys, it tastes so much better. So first and foremost, I'm going to be, this is a Mexican recipe. It's chicken enchiladas. I figure Mexican Monday, this is perfect. So you're going to float around with me as I show you everything. So first and foremost, you're gonna wanna get a pan pretty hot. You're gonna use 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm using avocado oil. I'm not a big measurer, I just kind of figure 2 tablespoons. If you are measuring this out because you're following 21 Day Fix, this is actually from the Fix8 cooking show. So if you have Beachbody On Demand, and I'm gonna have to block my head with that, and I'm obsessed with the Fix8 cooking show because it's easy stuff, real food, as you'll see. So I figured I'd go live all this week with my recipes because anybody else feeling Thanksgiving? Like the fluff, I am. So I figured I'm going to be on point and I'm gonna share it with all of you guys. So say hi when you get on, give me some love, give me some hi, so I know you guys can hear me. It's, you know, Wi-Fi's a little tricky here. We just bought a Wi-Fi. Have you guys ever heard of these? Like you plug it in so the Wi-Fi can go throughout your whole house. We never had that issue before, but okay, so I'm gonna start off. First, you're just going to put the olive oil in a pan, and you're going to, probably about 2 tablespoons. This is about a little more than a cup of just white onion. I don't measure it, guys. I just get an onion, like a regular onion, not a white onion. It's just the yellow onion. Put it in, and then you're just going to saute it till it's about translucent. So you don't, the worst thing you can do is burn onion and burn garlic. But man, is there anything better than onions and garlic? Now I know this might be a little bit of a tricky time. It's 4:30, people are driving home. So I was like, you know what, this time works for me. I'm gonna put it on, gonna make the recipe, and I'm doubling this. So if you go to Beachbody On Demand and you look up the chicken enchiladas, Autumn does it much cleaner than me, I'm sure. The video is probably a little bit better, but I thought I'd share this with you if you guys are in a pinch and you're like, you know what, I just don't know what to make for dinner anymore. My kids are so sick of chicken and all that stuff. This is a way, what? That's Riley. But this is a way for you to use chicken without it being, you know, eating a chicken breast. So I sauteed an onion. The next thing is, this is gonna seem kind of like risky if you're me, but it's a jalapeno. You're gonna cut it in half. The original recipe is only half, but I'm doubling again because who uses half of a jalapeno? And the thing is everybody always talks to me about meal prep and how tedious it is. Just double it, and then you have meals for during the week. You can grab it for lunch, but because I have 6 people in my family and they eat like horses, we always double, triple, quadruple recipes. So this is a whole jalapeno. You're gonna scrape, hi babe, the seeds out and that vein that's in the middle, but I will tell you, do not touch your eyes. Hi. Don't touch your, you say hi.
Do not touch your eyes or else like they'll get like flaming hot or something.
The water and everything, so be very careful. So as the onions are going, we're gonna put the jalapeno in. This is just us making a homemade enchilada sauce, and you're gonna be surprised, don't eat the cheese, really how easy it is. So I'm just moving it around. It's probably about a medium-high heat because I'm impatient. There we go. So we're gonna do that. Now, the next thing while this sautés, you are going to need chicken breast. So, my favorite recipe for you guys, and I found this and I shared it, but I'm going to share it again because it's absolutely outstanding. I'm addicted to parchment paper because it makes me not clean up anything. But this is, you can see kind of, the juices are running. So, I prepped a lot of chicken. I don't need all this chicken, but I'm like, if I'm cooking, I'm going to just throw it on there. It's just chicken breast. You put salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder on it on parchment paper, 425, 20 minutes. I have mine on a convection bake, which means you have the fan in the background. It's gonna cook a little faster, so just watch it. So anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes. It comes out like crispy on top, but super juicy. You can see all the juices. So take it out, let it sit for like 10 minutes, and then I just cut it up into the bowl that I'm gonna be using for my chicken enchiladas. So this is pretty much sauteed up, looking delicious and smelling like a Mexican restaurant. I could eat chips and salsa and guacamole all day. That would be my dinner if I wasn't a mom. Okay, so we're gonna make taco seasoning. Don't freak out. If you want to, look for Simply Organic, the taco packet. That's a good brand. The other taco packets aren't good. They have a lot of sodium in them. They have disodium phosphate. They have a lot of chemicals. They have a lot of stabilizers in it because it's in a packet for a long time. So if you can, get all natural ingredients, and I'll show you how to make it. So this is what I do. So this is my kitchen. This is where I keep all my spices, okay? Right there. This is where I put like my homemade taco sauce, my homemade taco seasoning, and my chili seasoning. So I don't buy any of that, so I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Don't slide. I use the Simply Organic brand. All these does have organic spices, so if you're into using a lot of organic stuff like I am, so salt. Like a teaspoon, pour it in there. This is what I do, and I look right here. So I need 1 tablespoon of chili powder, which I think I just bought and I might have to open. Yep. We eat a lot of chili in this house. Oh, sorry, that light is annoying. Hey, Riley, see? Oh, that popped right up. See what it's like if you turn off the recessed lighting. Let's see how dark it is. That's a tablespoon. Let's just see. So 1 tablespoon of chili powder. That's better. Let's leave it off. Now I know. See, first recipe. Now these don't have to be exact, especially if your chili powder's being stubborn. So a tablespoon of chili powder. Let me just move my onions and peppers. Now, right about now is when I add the garlic, because you don't want to add it too soon because it will burn. So, my favorite contraption, the garlic press. Chopping garlic, no, I'm not going to do it. You put it in skin and all. Skin and all. Put the little, no, you gotta make sure it fits right in there or it won't smush down. Put the little thing on it. Now watch. Now watch, I can't do it. There. So it's just gonna come out. See how it's coming out? You just smush it in. So that's how it comes out. And then I just scrape it. You open it up and you just take the skin out. Boom. And then I'm doing 2, because again, oh, that one of my taco seasoning. Doubling the recipe. So I'm going to turn this way down. I actually don't like garlic when it burns. I don't like it when it gets any type of crust on it, because I feel like it's just such a delicate like season that if you burn it, it wrecks the whole dish. Okay, garlic is in. Don't just leave it on top. Leave it. Okay. Next up, 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Now, just because you're my people, I'm going to measure stuff, because normally I don't measure anything. I mean, I just kind of know what 2 teaspoons looks like. Jules, why don't you go get your leotard on? You have gymnastics. So 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin. Okay, boom. And you could do, I usually have this like, I'll make like 4 batches of this and then just leave it in my counter. But I mean, I haven't done it since we moved. It's just been kind of on the fly, which is fine. All right, I'm not measuring anymore. I've had enough trying to, okay, teaspoon of, this is garlic powder. Most of them are teaspoons except for, yeah, that's about a teaspoon. Teaspoon of paprika. Now, if you are not somebody that cooks, measure it. You don't want it to be off. And then a teaspoon of oregano. This takes a little bit of time, so I always open up this little bit. And that's taco seasoning, guys. That's it. Now, if I had this prepped before, it would have been a heck of a lot easier, but I didn't. So just mix that up. You can see. Boom. Taco seasoning. All right, we're going to slide you down. Okay. So I'm going to put this... Ooh. That's my pot filler. There we go. So I'm going to stir this up. Now the garlic, it's kind of like it just gets very, let me show you. This will be easier. Don't worry, I'll put this recipe on YouTube so you're not like, Sarah, I'm so dizzy right now. So you can see it's just a little bit of onions, garlic, jalapeno. We're going to add in the 2 cups of tomato sauce. And the brand I use is Mere Glen. Looks like this. It's an organic tomato sauce. So I add 2 cups because, again, I'm doubling, just so you guys know. And then we're going to add in the taco seasoning. So this is what a homemade, let's turn that up, enchilada sauce. Now, here comes the interesting part that I never knew, but I was kind of proud of myself when I did it. I was like, look at me, I'm like a chef, but not really. I'm Chef Boyardee. That is a compliment, Riley. Okay, so what we're going to make as that kind of comes all together is we're going to make, don't freak out, okay, for my non-cooking, like, people, they're gonna be like, what's that there? We're gonna make a slurry, and this is not like a slurry that's from like Dairy Queen, okay? This is a cornstarch slurry. So you're doing this because you want to thicken the sauce. So it's a nice thick enchilada sauce. You do want to get organic cornstarch because corn's a GMO. So just so you know that. And what, baby? Enchiladas. So it's 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and then just 4 tablespoons of water. Again, I'm doubling. So if you look at the recipe and you see that it's different, babe, can you make this package fit back in that box? Because it was all like bent over. It was kind of weird. Okay, so I'm going to grab 4 tablespoons of water.
My wife is the Swedish chef. Beard scared and beard is scared. Bork, bork, bork.
I'm messy, I know. That's all right.
Of course, I'm dating myself for those who know who the Muppets are.
I know, right? Okay, I am very messy in the kitchen, but I don't.
Very cute.
I don't like clutter or like. I can handle dust, but I don't like a mess, so this all gets cleaned up. Okay, so you're just gonna stir it up. You don't want to do this beforehand because it will like sit to the bottom. So you're just stirring it up with your spoon. Just looks like a little slurry. It's not really a big deal. But you just got to do it right away, and then you're going to add it to your enchilada sauce. So let's slide you down. My little trivet. Babe, do you know where my trivet is?
Your trivet.
Not my trivet. My tripod. So just pour that in, and you're going to see it's going to get nice and thick. What?
The cat?
No, not my cat. Funny boy. Funny boy. All right. What'd I do? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to explain to you, because some people don't know what bone broth is. If you make your own, great. I try to when I can, but I buy a lot of bone broth in the box, and now it's organic and it's legit. And but if you don't have bone broth, don't fear. Fear not. You can use chicken stock. However, you have to add gelatin to it. Bone broth actually, you know, obviously has gelatin in it because it's bones. Let me show you how thick this is getting so you can see. If I turn the camera around, there we go. So see how it's like thickened up a lot? Okay, I'm gonna have to scream in about a second. Joe, she has gymnastics. She has gymnastics. Hi. Okay. Next up is we're going to kind of assemble the whole thing, but we have to add in the chicken stock. So we are going to add 2 cups of chicken stock. Well, it's the bone broth because I need that gelatin in there. Otherwise, fear not. Just add that gelatin. So you can see this makes a ton. So I'm just going to bring this so it comes all together. There we go. Now here comes the fun part. Do you guys know what a cast iron skillet is? Because I'm kind of addicted to mine. I absolutely love it. And we're just going to slide down while this comes together and thickens. She has gymnastics at 5, so you kind of got to run her up there.
Oh, I got to pick up Amelia at 5.
Will you run her? I'll grab Amelia at 5.
Okay.
That's how it rolls. Okay, so as that comes together, it'll thicken up. It'll... All right, slide this down. I'm going to slide you down. So, this is a cast iron skillet. It gets extremely hot, but it is like the best thing in the world. If you don't have one, highly suggest you get one. So all we're going to do is toast the tortillas about 10 seconds each side. It makes them a little bit easier. I suggest you take these out earlier than I did because these are frozen. I'll show you the kind that I use. Okay. So these are Sonoma brand yellow corn organic tortillas. They're in the freezer section. They used to look like this. They just changed the label. Don't worry. So I might have to give you the abridged version of this if I have to run and get my daughter. So it normally you get 2 tortillas each. So that normally makes about, you know, I'm doing 12 total, so I have it. So I'm gonna peel these apart, and you're just doing 10 seconds. You're just trying to get them just nice and warm. What you're gonna do then, as that heats up, you're going to add the sauce to the chicken. Like 1 1/3 cup goes on the bottom, and 1 1/3 cup goes in the chicken. So let me just put this together as that heats up. You can come on over here. So you're just taking about 1 1/3 cups. I'm gonna fill this up a little bit. They put this in a another bowl, and I'm like, I don't want another dish. Sorry, but I don't. And you're just gonna kind of mix it up. That's the chicken. Mix it up in there. Just really, I just look at it so it's coated. So what's coated? That's good and coated on my book. And then you're just gonna put some stuff on the bottom of the baking dish. So I'm using a bigger dish than they did because, again, I'm gonna flip my tortilla. This is my dish. So I'll slide you down and show you how I assemble it, and then I'll kind of let you know an abridged version of what I'm doing. So take your tortilla. Well, first let's put some sauce on the bottom. About 1/3 or until it covers it. How about that? See how I roll? That's about covering it because you just don't want it to stick. Boom. So you're gonna take your tortilla, okay? Slide that over. I'm gonna throw another one in as I do this. And then you're using about 1/2 of a red. So the container system, you use 1/2 of a red, fill up the chicken, okay? You put that in, you roll it up. It'll break, guys, don't worry about it. And then you're just gonna put it seam side down in the sauce. It'll all come together, no issues. Flip that one over. So you continue to build, you know, make sure it's 1/2 cup, put it in your pan. Then all you're gonna do, just so I can finish this off for you guys, you're gonna cover the rest of the sauce on top. You're gonna use a blue container. Again, I'm doubling it. A blue container, cheese on top. So I get 4 blues. I'm just gonna put it right on top of the enchiladas. You're gonna bake it for 425, 10 to 12 minutes, really just until the cheese is melted. But guys, this recipe has 46% more protein than the enchiladas that you get at a Mexican restaurant. And we all know protein builds muscle. It also counts for 1/2 of a green, 1 1/2 teaspoons, 1/2 of a purple because of the tomato sauce, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. So those are your containers. So I'm gonna finish this up, go get my daughter a dance, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, share it, and I hope you have a great day.